Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon and good morning in Saudi. Welcome again for another forum from School of Nursing. Thank you for joining us today, and don't forget to like and also share this forum series with your friends. In today's forum, we are going to discuss about our alumni on their professional journey and their success story. Before that, let me introduce our first speaker, who is Associate Prof. Dr. Manfred, and he is now is an Associate Professor Nursing under Faculty of Medicine and Health Science, UNIMAS, and he's Australian. His education background is from Launceston General Hospital, Launceston, Tasmania, Australia, and his General Nursing Certificate in 1977, Launceston Queen Victoria Maternity Hospital, Tasmania, and he also got midwifery certificate in 1979 from Royal Hobart Hospital, Hobart, Tasmania, Australia. He specialized in adult and pediatric intensive care, coronary care certificate from, he also had his experience in Melbourne Queen Victoria Maternity Hospital, Melbourne, and he also had this neonatal intensive care certificate. He is with Bachelor of Science in Nursing in year 1991 and Master of Science in Nursing in 1995, and he has his PhD in 2017 from MAHSA University, our Malaysian Health Science Academic University is MAHSA University. He's the first candidate and we are very proud of him. His professional experience as Associate Professor Nursing at UNIMAS now since 2018, and he's also research supervisor for Bachelor of Science and for the nursing post registration at MAHSA University, and as a nurse specialist adult pediatric in critical care at Ministry of National Guard Health Affairs, King Abdul Aziz Medical City Hospital Nursing Services, and also he's also nurse specialist cardiac critical care, Ministry of National Health Affairs, King Abdul Aziz Medical City Hospital in Saudi, and he is also in 2008 up 2010 he's a clinical educator, Ministry of the National Guard Health Affairs, King Abdul Aziz Medical City Hospital in Saudi. He had various publications from Malaysian Nursing Journal. One of the title as Ventilator Associated Pneumonia, Systematic Appraisal in Saudi Arabia, and also he also published in Novel Science Publishers and published Novel Science Publishers and British Journal of Nursing, and many more of his publications. So Dr. Manfred, let us start our sharing today. I would like to start with this question first. Critically reflect on your professional journey, style, and what it means to you. Yes, Dr. Manfred, forum is yours.
Okay. Before I begin, first of all, I'd like to say thank you to Prof. Zara and to MAHSA University for inviting me to participate, because this is one of the ways I can give back a little bit back to MAHSA University. And I won't go through all the history that Prof. Zara has just gone through, which I was going to do. However, I have worked in Saudi Arabia since 1998 at the Prince Sultan Cardiac Centre, and then transferred to the King Abdulaziz Medical City Hospital, where I completed my contract in 2016. Now, in relation to my PhD journey, it was because I was a critical care nurse specialist and I saw terrible things in my career. And these things reflected on patient safety and patient advocacy, because I believe nurses must be patient advocates. And I brainstormed with my then mentor, Professor Dr. Mustafa Bodrik, who is also in Saudi Arabia, and we came up with the concept now that what I was passionate about, and that's what you have to reflect on, okay? Because doing your PhD isn't about getting a doctor in front of your name, okay? It's not. It's about your philosophy on what you want to research. And my philosophy and my passion was patient advocacy and patient safety, because patients that were premature, full term, children, adults, geriatrics, it concerned me about the healthcare professionals and whether they were really patient advocates. So therefore, what I did, I scanned universities in the United States of America, Canada, Australia, and my Malaysian nursing colleagues suggested now here, what about MAHSA University? I didn't know about MAHSA University. However, I approached MAHSA nursing academics in Kuala Lumpur, Prof. Zara was one of them, and decided to choose MAHSA University because of the program flexibility, long distance education support, supervisor diversity with mixed method supervisor supports, and I could afford to do this program. I commenced my PhD at MAHSA University. My two supervisors were Professor Chian Ahmed, who I thoroughly appreciate all her advice and support, Professor Dr. Khadija at the University of Malaya, additionally so, and my two main mentors were Prof. Zara, who you can see on the screen now, and Associate Professor then Dr. Mustafa Bodrik, who's now a MAHSA adjunct. In December 2013, I put in my proposal, a grounded theory for patient advocacy in critical care nursing, a Saudi Arabian academic hospital appraisal. In January, on January 10th, the actual study commenced. This continued. I won't go through all the details here now. However, I concluded my thesis in 2017, and always being prepared. That's the important thing. Being prepared, having passion, coordinating with your supervisors is the most important advice that I can give you. So just to let you know, during my PhD, I gave 4 international, I hadn't completed. I gave 4 presentations at international conferences, 1 in Jeddah, 1 in Riyadh, 2 in Riyadh, 3 in Riyadh. And I completed my PhD at MAHSA in 2017 in October, 3 years. And I was working full-time, supervising 10 critical care units as the clinical nurse specialist, from neonatal through to adult. It can be done. It depends on whether your passion is there, whether it's really important to you. So advice that I give you in relation to commencing your PhD, don't just do it for getting, don't just do it for getting the doctor in front of your name, because that's not the important thing. The important thing is find a topic that is important to you that will contribute to nursing practice, evidence-based practice. So just to quickly go through, I've published a book, June 2020. A Theory for Patient Advocacy is the title, an Islamic Nursing Model. New York publisher. Chapter in a book, Investigating Patient Safety. Gloria Hale is the editor. Chapter 4, Patient Safety Without Patient Advocacy is Improbable as they're synonymous. I prefer to publish in the Malaysian nursing journals. I prefer to publish in Singapore nursing journals. They're local journals. And they're important journals because the Malaysian nurses read them. I mean, what's the point from my perspective? Now, remember, this is only my perspective. What's the point of me publishing in the Lancet medical journal? I have published in the British Journal of Nursing. I've published in a number of different journals. However, I prefer the Malaysian Journal of Nursing because they're our local readers. That's what I want to contribute to. So, in 2018 to the present, my PhD journey ended in theory. But now, as an associate professor at UniMAHS in the Department of Nursing, in the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences, I continue to have input in practice. So if I've still got time, I've got 3 concluding questions that Prof. Zara wanted me to reflect on. She said here now, critically reflect on your professional journey, your success. I don't see it as a success story. I personally don't. It's something that all nurses should want to ascribe to. As Abraham Maslow said, you should try and be motivated in his theory of professional needs. And the 2 that I think are important are your self-esteem. Doing my PhD has given me a lot more self-esteem. Doing my PhD has allowed me to self-actualize, to try and achieve the best that I can possibly be. That's what I've reflected on. If that's success, then that's what I'm reflecting on. In addition to that, here, it's about your philosophy. My philosophy is about caring for the patients. Doesn't matter whether they're premature, full-term, children, adults, geriatrics, etc. And in order to do that, they have to be safe. Look at the current situation with COVID-19. Look at the medication errors worldwide. They're ongoing. Nothing's changed since the report that came out by the medical journal here that reflected on is it an error to is being human an error situation? In relation to my skills, I think the important thing when you do your PhD is to constantly observe, make notes. I used to wake up in the middle of the night with a concept and I would write it down. I would reflect with that with my supervisor. So it's important to engage your colleagues. It's important to find a mentor. Prof. Zara, a wealth of experience. My other mentor in Saudi Arabia, Dr. Mustafa Bodrick, a wealth of experience. It's important to have a mentor. So now, in conclusion, as I said, doing your PhD isn't about getting the doctor in front of your name. That's not what it's about. When I hear some of my colleagues saying PhD stands for permanent head damage, I would like to give them some permanent head damage because that's not what it's about at all. And it isn't hard work, it's smart work. That's what it is. And the important thing, probably the most important thing that I can give you to take away from my session here now is listen to your supervisors. They are there to direct you. Ask lots and lots of questions. You don't always have to agree because it's your study. However, they've got the wealth of experience. And I thank Professor Dr. Chian Ahmed as my primary supervisor. I thank Professor Khadija at the University of Malaya as my secondary supervisor. And I thank that lady right there next to me on the screen, Professor Zara Saad. And that's really all I have to say. Thank you, Prof.
Thank you, Dr. Manfred. Choosing to study in PhD can be a tough decision that requires a lot of thought, courage, financial planning, but mostly and more importantly, it is your desire that counts. And before we end, I would like I think they want to hear from you that give the idea to navigate and to inspire them. Give some take-home message to them, Dr. Manfred.
Oh, to inspire.
Yeah, to inspire something.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're planning on doing your PhD, it's got to be a topic that is really, really, really important to you. And it's a topic that now, when you discover from your findings that it contributes to the evidence-based knowledge base in nursing and worldwide. Currently, for example, I mean, my study involved Islamic nurses because I wanted an Islamic perspective from Muslim critical care nurses. And I focused on the adults because my supervisors said, if you do neonatal, pediatric and adults, it's a very big project. I wanted to know their perspectives, and I guarantee you, you have a look at the Malaysian Journal of Nursing, you have a look at the British Journal of Nursing, have a look at my book that I've published here now. It's a unique perspective. And currently I'm waiting for a publication in what is called the Journal of Islam in Asia, because I believe what I discovered in my research is unique, and it pertains to being a Muslim, and it pertains to being in Islam. And it's fantastic, really. And my next project is to create a theory, which again is going to be recognized as a nursing theorist. So maybe one day I'll be a nursing theorist. Okay. The important thing is embark on your PhD career, but choose your topic wisely, choose your topic passionately. Otherwise you'll get bored with it. Otherwise you'll say, gee, this is just too hard work. If you're passionate about what you want to research, it won't be hard work. It'll be a lot of work, but it won't be hard. It won't be difficult. Never once during my 3 years doing my PhD at MAHSA University did I ever contemplate giving up. I never felt depressed about it because I could see the big picture. This is going to help my patients in Saudi Arabia, whether they're neonates, premature, full-term children, adults, etc. That's all, Dr. Zara.
MashaAllah, Dr. Manfred. Thank you very much for your talk and inspiration today. And again, we hope you can come to MAHSA and we can meet you in person after 3 years we haven't met. Thank you, Dr. Manfred. Who is second speaker is Madam Davinder Kaur. Madam Davinder Kaur is a nursing lecturer and she is Deputy Director Student Affairs U48 at Training Institution, Ministry of Health, Malaysia, Johor Bahru. Her professional qualification, she had a Master of Nursing. She's our alumni and she she graduated in year 2018, MAHSA University. We are very proud of her at Saudana here, main campus. And she had a Bachelor of Science Honours Nursing in year 2010 from Teesside University, UK, and her Diploma of Advanced Nursing in Teaching in 1994 from University Malaya, Kuala Lumpur. And she also had a post-basic midwifery in 1990 from School of Paramedic, Kuching, Sarawak, and her certificate of nursing in year 1985 from Kuching, Sarawak. Without further ado, I will invite Madam Puan Davinder Kaur. Please, the forum is yours.
Hello, Prof.
Yeah.
A very good evening to everybody. I'm Davinder Kaur here from Johor Bahru. First of all, I would like to thank Prof. Zara and the MAHSA University for inviting me to speak in this very auspicious forum today. Prof has given me 3 questions. The first one basically means critically reflect on your professional journey, style, and what it means to me. Okay, I started my professional journey in 1982 in Kuching, Sarawak for my basic nursing training. Thereafter, I had my nursing practice in Miri, Sarawak, and as well as in Lunduk, Sarawak. I had my midwifery training in 1990, also in Kuching, Sarawak, and thereafter I had the opportunity to practice my nursing and midwifery in Marudi as well as Lunduk Hospital. I started my nursing education training in 1994 in University of Malaya, and thereafter I have been in the Peninsula Malaysia since 1994 till present to practice my nursing education, that is teaching in the nursing profession. During my 26 years of nursing education training, I had the opportunity to teach in the Ministry of Health colleges in Johor Bahru, as well as serve in the Ministry of Health training division in the headquarters. And since 2015 till present, I am handling the duties of the Assistant Director in charge of Student Affairs in Ministry of Health Institution, Johor Bahru. My professional journey has brought me lots and lots of success in the nursing profession, whereby in the year 2018 till 2019, I was also given the opportunity to be the acting director in my nursing training college. Over the 35 years of nursing profession, that is in nursing practice as well as the nursing education, I have seen myself grow in my professional journey from a very innocent, timid, but hardworking staff nurse from Kuching, Sarawak, who had served the Sarawak population for 9 years, followed by the next 26 years in the nursing education, serving the Peninsula Malaysia for 26 years, to a daring, dynamic, but still a hard-working nursing lecturer come leader today. This was possible through my continuous nursing education, whereby I had the opportunity to study my master's in MAHSA University under the leadership of Professor Zahra Saad. Completing my master's study has given me the achievement of self-actualization. And during my master's study, I was able to study a topic that is very practical to me, that is nursing students' perceptions on OSCE. I was also able to present my paper in the Malaysian-Singapore Nursing Conference that was held in Malacca in the year 2018. Yeah, so that covers my professional journey from the beginning till present. So till today, I am still practicing. I still have another 2 years to go before I retire in the Ministry of Health in Malaysia. So that answers or clarifies my first question, Prof. Shall I continue with the second question?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then next, we like to ask you, okay, on your challenges. Please share your skill in facing the workplace challenges. How you face your workplace challenges. Please share with
Definitely.
students.
Thank you, Prof. So I shall speak about my challenges in two different aspects. The first one will be challenges during my study. That is from April 2016 till June 2018, when I did my master's study part-time but working full-time at my training institution. It was definitely a very challenging period for me to work, as work pressure was great with the acute demands from the higher authorities in the ministry. Meetings, deadlines, students related programs, responsibilities, etc. etc. Nevertheless, it was not impossible, as my determination to pursue my master's study was very intrinsic. An additional inspiration from my family, my in-laws, my cousins, my beloved friends, and not forgetting my director at that present of time at my training college, my dear friend, Madam Zaleha Abu Bakar, and my dear colleagues, Salma Amir, and many other colleagues at my workplace. They gave me great inspiration and support to continue my study and complete my study in my cohort. I believe I was the first in my cohort to finish my study on time. Most importantly, I believe it was good time planning, intrinsic motivation, and determination to complete my study on time. That was my challenges I faced during my study. However, my master study has helped me to face challenges at my workplace during my practice, whereby the process of going through the Masters of Nursing program at MAHSA University, however, even though it was challenging, but it was enriching both personally and professionally. Basically, as the saying goes, knowledge is power. The master's program has enabled me to gain confidence in performing my professional duties. Through the various modules, I was able to heighten my knowledge and leadership skills while learning new and innovative ways to manage staff and students at my workplace. In addition, I am better prepared to work within an interdisciplinary team of educators training 5 disciplines of diploma students at my college. Specifically, the managing and leading module has helped me in my managerial duties tremendously. Additionally, the conflict management module guides me to solve professional conflicts not only among colleagues as well as among students. Yeah, so that covers my challenges that I faced during my study as well as during my practice at my workplace. Prof?
Thank you. And I would like to congratulate you because, and kudos to you, Davinda. You are the only one who graduate on time in that batch. Fantastic. Alhamdulillah, you're the only one GOT graduate on time. And now, maybe they want to hear from you. They want those our alumni outside there and your friend also there, your staff, maybe your students is watching this Facebook live. They want to hear from you what that give the idea of how to navigate and continue their career path. They would like to hear from you.
Okay. All right. So I will start with the day I got the news to study master study at MAHSA. That was my dear colleague, Puan Zaleha Abu Bakar, who came knocking on my door and said, "Let's go to MAHSA to study masters." And I straight away answered, "Yes, let's do it." So that was the beginning spark that gave me the inspiration to let's go to MAHSA. So I would like to share with everybody regarding lifelong learning culture in nursing education. Right, the benefits of lifelong learning in nursing has been linked to career satisfaction, and the importance of balancing between committing to the program, family, and work is definitely a difficult task, especially if you are working full time and studying part time. Nevertheless, it is not impossible. I am a living example here. As a nurse educator with master's degree, you will be more confident with your academic level, with your management skills in dealing with staff of various background and discipline as well as students. While the program is demanding, which requires a huge commitment of time and sacrifices, it is definitely not impossible to continue to work along with focusing on the requirements of the program. May I assure you that you will definitely get the support and encouragement from the Dean of the Nursing Faculty, Prof. Zahra Saad, who is with us here today, and the incredibly knowledgeable and supportive lecturers of MAHSA University, who were the root of inspiration to me with continuous motivation, support, and guidance. Not forgetting my supervisor for my thesis, Dr. Said Ali Gulabjan, who was a tremendous support, which enabled me to complete the research project successfully and most importantly, on time. I am a very concerned person on time management and punctuality. That's me. The online library facility was an excellent asset which enabled me to work on my assignments in the comfort of my home. I highly recommend these programs to nurses out there, as MAHSA University has its reputation of producing quality postgraduate nurses who are competent with critical thinking skills. As a nurse educator or a nurse, lifelong learning is important as it gives you great satisfaction to model your behavior, professionalism, and attitude to your students and colleagues. This will definitely, they will definitely look upon you as a positive and inspiring role towards lifelong learning. Finally, lifelong learning is important for a nurse educator to keep up to date with the latest development and nursing practices, hence enables you to impart latest knowledge and skills to your students. Yeah.
Words of encouragement. And I like what you said. Knowledge is power. Yes, knowledge is power. I like to quote this something for us to ponder. You have property, you have to take care of your property. But if you have knowledge, knowledge will take care of you. That shows how knowledge is power. Thank you. Thank you, Davinda. With that, we will invite the third speaker today, who is Mr. Moyat. His name, Moyat Chowki Al-Mohtar. He is now in Saudi. He's working at King Faisal Specialist Hospital and Research Center, and his position as charge nurse, staff nurse 1, and he hold diploma from Superior Technical Diploma, this Ministry of Vocational Education Lebanon, and degree with MAHSA. Last year he came here for the graduation, and then now he continue his master with us, master in nursing, ongoing. In fact, today is his class. He asked for to excuse to share with you his professional journey, and he had his certified executive healthcare leadership from Cornell University, and he also specialized in oral maxillofacial dental recovery room, and he been awarded as a young leadership award in year 2019 and as exceptional performance award for 2 consecutive years, 2018 and 2019, from King Faisal Hospital, and awarded from King Faisal for the dedication, devotion, and contribution to the magnet recognition in year 2014. With that, I would like to invite Mr. Moyat. Hello, Moyat.
Hey,
Thank
good
you.
morning.
Good morning. There, here is
Good morning.
afternoon.
Yeah, it's 11:34 here.
So we are very happy to have you. I have few
Thank you.
questions for you.
Sure.
Please reflect on your professional journey and what it means to you, Moyat. Yours, all yours.
Yeah, definitely. First, thank you for inviting me for this webinar. I'm so grateful that you gave the opportunity so I can share a bit of experience with everyone. I want to start from my graduation date, which was the early nursing education back in 2005 in Lebanon. I mean, honestly, like if you look at the career path, like you would have a vision for where you want to be in the future, but you don't have the exact details how this could be or what are the steps that you should take. And as you progress further in your life, things start to unfold, and then you realize that this is happening and that's happening. So you have to seize the opportunities as they unfold. And I believe this has to be directly related to an open mentality and creative mind that would be able to recognize all those opportunities. And I say that because this is true as it is for education, as it is for the workplace and the work environment. So back in 2005, I started working in Lebanon in a hospital. I stayed there for 4 years. Early in my career life, I was assigned to be in charge of the cardiac cath lab, and that was a totally new experience for me. I haven't been there before. I didn't know what to do. All my seniors were like supervisors that had a few years of experience. But it was a nice, challenging opportunity, and I looked at it as a way to learn and move forward in my career. Everything went fine. I had to shoulder like big responsibility in helping and training my colleagues and training myself. And the good thing, when you train, when you teach something or when you educate people about one thing that you're not really confident about, you start to have this confidence in knowing like an information and knowledge check for yourself, and you start to critique yourself and how you should do it and how you should teach others. So it was a very nice experience. Everything went fine. 2009, I was hired at King Faisal Hospital here in Riyadh, and I've been there since that time. I started in radiology department. I stayed there for 3 years, and then I moved to oromaxillofacial dental recovery room. I've been there since 2013. Like in the work setting, there's nothing straightforward, and to be honest with everyone, I don't like to sugarcoat things. It requires hard work. Yes, it requires a lot of commitment. Yes, it requires dedication. Definitely, it requires sacrifice. Yes, with all the commitments that we have in life, with all the things that we have to support, it really needs dedication. It really needs someone who's really willing to go with it till the end. And especially because the workplace is an unpredictable situation. Knowledge is power, yes, but knowledge not implemented in the correct setting, it doesn't mean anything. Knowledge is power, yes, but applying knowledge in the wrong time, it doesn't give any value. Knowledge is power, yes, but it has to be linked to a pragmatic approach and good quality and values of leadership skills that allows you to know what piece of knowledge and information you need to use at this period of time, at this specific situation, with this specific person. So yeah, and after that, I had the opportunity to help, or let's say to collaborate during the magnet recognition program back in early 2011 and 2014 and again 2018. And then I was assigned to lead the emergency code activations for the blue and the green codes, which covers the adult and pediatrics populations. And there where I had the chance really to implement and apply the skills that I have learned across my professional life and across my educational path. I had the chance to implement all those skills that I have learned, and believe me, if what makes me do this and what makes this successful, it's not because I have much more information. Maybe it is, but I just want to give a word of encouragement here. Utilizing this information properly in the main context, this is where the value is. And looking at things in depth and in detail, this allows you to really look at the bottom of the iceberg. and you have to face it. At a certain point, facing it means like taking responsibility, and taking responsibility of one thing is very hard. It's not easy, because it puts you face to face with things that you have to deal with. You cannot postpone, you cannot delay, you have to take action, you have to be responsible. And this is an attitude, I think it has been molded over the past years in my career. Yeah, there was a bit of seed there, but it didn't reach into completion, and I believe that it haven't reached to completion yet. But that's an important aspect in my professional life. So by implementing this code activation project, we were able to reduce activation time and improve the first responder time to reach the patient as early as possible.
Thank you, Moyad. I like what you said, all about attitude.
Thank you.
All about attitude, you said. And also about knowledge. Knowledge, no point if you have knowledge, you don't utilize it correctly. We still remember what the wise man said about the attitude. You can bring horse to water, but you cannot force horse to drink the water. So that is about all the attitude.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, please, next question, Moyad. Can you please share your skills in facing the workplace challenges? I know you have been working and also you are studying. How you make yourself with your time management?
Yeah, definitely. I want to start from one aspect. Like when we talk about effectiveness and making myself effective, this has to be tangible to a measurable factor. And I think the common measurable, let's say, aspect that all of us we have in common is time. So time is there for every us. We all have 24 hours a day. We have 7 days a week. We live the same days in each year. The challenge is how we utilize this time. And going back to what I mentioned earlier, approaching different issues from an open mentality, it made me actually seize opportunities that popped in here and there, because like we all know that we have a lot of wasted time during our day, our weeks, our years. So if you wanna do a study, and I'm sure someone has done that, to look at the effectiveness of time utilization, we will find out that I think like we have few hours that we could have utilized, or we could utilize in a better way. This makes it challenging because it's not an easy decision, because our behaviors, our attitude tends to take us to the easy way. We are the way that we are structured as human beings. We like the easy ways. We like to go into the we like to get sidetracks. So it required a lot of focus. It required a lot of bigger vision. And one important thing, like as I also mentioned before, responsibility. Like I took the responsibility of facing like those issues, and this made the whole change. Because when you face this, when you say that you're responsible, the first thing that you start to look at your awareness. Your awareness level becomes you become more enlightened. You say, okay, I'm responsible of this issue, of this matter. Then it means that I'm aware of it. So as long as I'm aware of it, it means that I need to do some actions to solve the problem. Then you need to plan, and then you need to evaluate. So whatever I think applies in the personal life applies in career life. And I have this concept about people try to totally separate between career life and personal life. My personal opinion, I think that those two are inseparable. Because if you want to say that, if we will say that those two are separable, let's say, for example, and so it means that like I have to be a person in my own life, and I have to be another person in my career life, which creates a lot of conflict. So I think here there is a bridge that has to be that I have to make, like my career life and personal life. They are too much interrelated, and they too much interact in a way that I have to utilize my personal skills that I have them in my personal self, and invest them in my career life in a way that to move things forward. We all have qualities, we all have skills that if utilized properly, first if we acknowledge them and then put them into action, definitely we will move things forward in the workplace. And I think this is something that, like, it's advisable if we contemplate about this. You cannot separate your two things. You cannot, as much as you try to separate them, as much as you create this gap between the two, and there will be conflict. And I think as long as two forces are pulling in each direction, I think you stumble like in the same place. So you need both to move in parallel. Yes, the challenges are there. Yes, the hardship is there. Yes, but at the same time, on the other side, in a parallel direction, as the hardship goes in this direction, dedication, motivation, visions goes on the other side. So I was so aware that I couldn't eliminate one of those sides. They have to go by in the same direction. They say that the new levels bring new which is true, because as you go to step into the workplace on daily basis, there are too much uncertainties. You never know what you will face. And if I weren't prepared for that mentally, that whatever challenge comes, I have to deal with it, I think I would have suffered in my career life a lot, because assuming responsibility is the first thing that put me on the correct track. Acknowledging the weaknesses, acknowledging whatever I have, acknowledging that I don't have it all, at the same time acknowledging also what I have on the other side and what opportunities that I could have and what improvements I could do. So I have to be aware of them both, so both goes in the same direction. Plus,
for our dream,
yeah,
can come true, because what you said, we have the courage to pursue them. Now, maybe the next one, I'd like to move, since you are now with us on online, on this online class, and also your master program. From your personal experience, now with this master program, and we always want to improve. Okay, we always want to improve. As the quality guru says, the largest room in this world is room for improvement. So from your personal experience and your personal observation, please tell us what are the things in quality improvement for this kind of online masterclass. Please share your thought.
yeah, definitely. So far, I think that what we have currently, and the classes that are being conducted online, they're okay. I would personally look at more, let's say, engaging modules in the LMS, where there are some kind of storytelling and take home message that can be generated out of those modules. And as long as we are pursuing this online during this COVID-19 crisis, I would love to see more interactive modules in the LMS, and let's say self-paced modules where everyone just can just do them and move forward. We still need to have the online lectures, definitely, but having those modules will I think will really support the whole process. Other than that, the other issues are maybe common, like technical issues when you have let's say poor network connection. Sometimes it is challenging, the link, sometimes it doesn't work, like we have to send invitations several times. So if we have this in the LMS, if we have the platform there, so everyone just logs in, everyone knows where to go, everyone knows that this is the thing that they should review. So it would be more structured and more organized from this matter.
Improve, because now with the pandemic, every class, everything is online, and as what the quality guru says, the largest room in this world is room for improvement. So we must improve. We all go towards this. Before we end, Moyad, my last question. because they want to hear from you that give the idea of how to navigate and continue the career path. Yes, Moyan, give your
Yeah,
thought.
sure. Um, so like when we talk about a career path, I believe that it is something that you do over like a long period of time. And my personal advice is don't get too much into the details of seeking promotion, getting promoted. If they give me this title, I will do this. If they promote me, I will do that. If they don't, I will just keep my things to my own. So I think this is a main issue that we face it, let's say among nursing profession especially. And my advice, if you have ever had the chance, if you get lucky in getting promoted, in going higher in any organization hierarchy, keep your kindness, keep your empathy. Don't forget where do you come from. Where did you come from? Don't forget that you came from the same profession, and the main reason why we need people higher up is to move the profession forward. Is not to just like show them who's the boss. No, it's not. I think we need to shift from the mentality of being telling people what to do and getting them more engaged. So in one word, I think it is more about inclusion. I would see more inclusion like in the future. And like be field experts. Don't focus too much on going higher. Be field expert. First you show your expertise. You show that you're a valid valuable asset. uh, like when you do this, you're not trying to impress anyone, because you're trying to do what you're supposed to do. That's how I believe. Because impressing people is for a certain period of time. After that, if the wow effect just fade away, you're left with what? You will be left with, if that was the main reason, to impress people, or to just make people look at you like, yeah, definitely you have done something, which might be okay, but don't make it the only focus. Be a field expert in whatever you do. Help people, help patients, help other colleagues, to navigate the same way. Share the experience. Some people are lucky that they have been through a lucky time in their life where things more easier for them. Others are not, and we all come from different backgrounds. We all come from different. We have different thoughts about many things in life. So inclusion, I think, is the key. Get everyone on board. Be empathic. Empathy is one of the most important things that I believe that I would like to see more in healthcare settings. Try not to robotize things too much. Yeah, I know. And I was presenting in the Saudi Care Society about early warning scoring. And I have a professor, associate professor, who asked me this question. And then he said, if we have all these technological advances, if we have all those monitors, all those advanced systems, why do we still have issues in that matter? I told him, you cannot empathize machines. Machines don't have empathy. That's why you need human interaction there. And if anyone is planning to invent any machine, make it user-friendly. User-friendly, it means empathic-friendly somehow. Don't make it too complicated. I've been in situations where I see people scared from using a machine, scared from activating a process, scared from doing that, scared from doing this, because they feel like it's scary. It's not so friendly. So I believe this would be my humble recommendation for.
Thank you, Moyan. I agree with you what you said. Try to help them because machine cannot help them. And I still remember this is one of the quotation that we must ponder. Remember, wherever you are in the position to help someone, be glad and always do it because that's God answering someone else's prayers through you. So if we can help, we help
Definitely.
people. With that note, thank you very much, Moyat,
Thank you
for your
so much.
time.
Thank you.
I know you also have trust. Thank you, and we hope you come back again to MAHSA main campus for your next graduation,
Definitely.
2022. Thank you, Mayan.
Thank
And I also would like to take this opportunity to thank all the three speakers, Associate Professor Dr. Manfred from UNIMAS, uh, Madam Davinda from College KSKB, Johor Bahru, and me, Madam Jasima from as a Deputy Director Student Affairs from Training Institution, Ministry of Health Malaysia, Johor Bahru, and we have the final speaker is Moyan. Thank you. Before I end, I would like to remind our viewers and especially those who follow this forum, please complete this feedback form for our quality improvement. And I'm sure those who complete their form, and we will send you the e-certificate for participation, especially for those who want the certificate. You request, but you have to fill up the this feedback in the Google form that we put down there as the a part of our feedback form, and this is our for quality improvement. With that note, I thank you all for this forum, for joining us. Inshallah, we try to have in 2 months' time for this kind of success story by our alumni, sharing their professional journey by alumni. With that note, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you again. Thank you.